So today we'll have a quick walk through our preview, which of course will also be shown on motherboard in a three-dimensional view. This preview today has 5 single-owner sales. It's here of the Peter Kienzle-Hardt collection part 2, which we will look at today, and then of course Sam and Myrna Myers. As we walk through the preview, please follow me. We have a lot of interesting pieces. One of them here, quite spectacular. This is amazing. This is a large mucha linda, as you can see. It's on the back of the cover. It has these beautiful inlaid eyes. It has this weathering that this super hard wood only acquires when it's been exposed to weather for a very, very long time. Of course, it has a lot of age cracks. It has some repairs here, but it's probably the largest wood muchalinga that is outside of Asia. Really impressive piece. And we keep walking. What's the story of this piece here?
The David, the palanquin, there's a very similar one in the collection of the Qatari prince.
Yeah, the Qatari prince, who has probably the biggest collection of Asian art in the world. And this has been converted to a cabinet for exhibition.
That's right.
So we have in here a nice gold splash, a Chinese Qing Dynasty gold splash bell. And this is also very nice here. This is an ivory stupa from Sri Lanka, from the Kandy period. Very good example. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, over here, this is also an area I like a lot. Those are the Buddha Pada. I think we have 3. This is 2 of them. This is like a Gandhara one. And this is probably a later one. I think this is like 19th century or earlier we put.
Correct.
Yeah, it could be much earlier than that. Can you get a bit closer, please, and just show the Buddha Pada here? Yeah, this could be actually much earlier. Yeah, but we don't know because it has weathering, but it doesn't have the weathering that this piece has here. You can see there is a lot that happened to it. So this is very old. It's probably 1,500 years old.
2,000 years.
2,000, closer to it, 1,800 years old. Gandhara. Yeah. And then there's a third one somewhere. We'll see it later. Of course, here we have a very nice linga, also an all-time classic. Oh yeah, that's what's the story of this piece here?
I have never seen a larger rain drum than this one.
Yeah, me neither. It's what is it? Late 19th, early 20th century.
That's right.
And it's Burmese.
Burmese Shan.
Yeah. And it's a huge, like what, 5 times, 6 times the size of what they have normally. I mean, in volume, yeah. But it's a cast, it's very crisp, yeah. Super powerful. You can actually have a massage for your palms. No, it's really nice. I mean, it's very big. This is also bigger than normal, right?
These, they have some in 1 meter, yeah. I think the ones that you saw at the auction market are more like 50, 60 centimeters,
and they do quite well. We have nice comparisons for them. Anyway, this is, it's very big and massive. It's sandstone, yeah. And you have here these cuttings here. And of course, there's a lot of marks. So it has its history. It's been chewed up all the way. But it's an original from the 12th century. Yeah. And when you have a chance to find a big piece like that, of course, only when it's a museum exhibition, because only museums have these large pieces. Yeah? What is this?
This is a Burmese sutra.
This is it's pages from a sutra, right?
Yeah.
And they have this sophisticated museum display, and it's all lacquer. And it's very fine and very shiny. And this is like 100 years old, something like that?
Something like that. Here's the cover, front and back, and the other one is right there.
Yes. I think the display is just magnificent of this. Yeah? And what's the story of this column there in the back?
The column with the dual script, actually it has several different Islamic scripts.
And how old is this?
The column and the base actually are Indian, and we believe are around 19th century or slightly earlier, and the column itself
is much earlier.
Could be earlier, 16th to 17th century.
Could be earlier. Okay, interesting, very nice. And then what is this? I think this is the Sam Myers auction. Yeah, this is a crazy piece. because this is a burial armor. Yeah? That's part of a burial suit. So when high-ranked noble people or military people of very high rank and importance were buried, they got this suit made full of jade pieces. And this is basically the breast piece, but it's 2,000 years old.
And this one has a bird. You have to come a little bit closer, please.
Oh, yeah.
So we can see the bird that is incised
here,
across the different flags.
This is the head of the phoenix.
And that is incredibly rare.
Yeah, and then there is another rare piece here. This is the oldest porcelain there is in the world. This is early 14th century, around 1330, 1350. Yeah, so 650 to 700 years old. And blue and white porcelain. The neck has been reconstructed up from here, so that was broken up here. But all the painting is unaffected. This is all original and it's exceptionally high quality with the dragon here. Alexander wrote a very nice article about this piece, which is in the catalog. And then here, of course, this is all Sam Myers. So you get a pretty good idea about...
Except this one.
Except this one is half. This is from the Hardt collection, and this also here. And what you get here already is how the depth of this collection. A lot of people, when they hear Sam Myers, they associate him mostly with the rare jade collection, which is very important because the Sam and Myrna Myers built the largest and most comprehensive collection of ancient jade in the West, I think. But in fact, when you look here, you see there is a very nice Korean Buddha head here, an early piece, and then you have here a Japanese gilt figure from the 15th century, and then you have here a Kangxi vase, and then you have here Goa ivories and the Chinese ivory brushboard in the center, and then here you have a Yuan Yunware, actually early Ming Yunware censer, and on top you have this C14 confirmed wood statue of Guanyin dated from 1420. So and here, of course, the tongs from the Myers collection, absolutely magnificent. So there is an enormous depth and variety in the collection. Yeah, and as we move on over here, we see more of it, and it continues with Japanese. Here we have Vietnamese porcelain. We have porcelain from the Hedgehog collection. We have a conch, a Buddhist conch from Japan, I think.
Most likely from Japan.
Most likely from Japan, and then this nice silver and mother of pearl. So there's an enormous variety in this collection. And the prices range, of course, from very low to very high. This is Thailand. Is it Ratanakosin?
Ratanakosin, maybe late Ayutthaya.
Late Ayutthaya.
Around 18th century.
So 18 to very early 19. Yeah? But it's like 5 Buddhas, and they're all different, right?
Yeah. They all have different hand gestures.
So this one has the alms board, and this one, of course, is a classic hand gesture, and they all have these bases, and it's a group of 5. And I think the starting price is 15,000 euros.
Something like that.
Yeah. So, and then, of course, there's no reserve. When do you have a chance to have 5 of these in one set? I've never seen before in my life. And then here, of course, we have, and this is like, wow. So here, this is the treasure cabinet. Here you have all the blades from the online part of the Myers sale, and there's a near identical one that was in Fuhao's tomb.
Yeah.
We were never able actually to find out whether this incision work here is actually a clan's mark. Could be.
It could be.
Yeah, but it's a little bit obscured, so we don't know. But it's a massive piece of bronze blade. Of course, we thoroughly checked the patina, and you can see the corrosion, so this is the real thing. There is no doubt about it. And this is the only other example we found was in Fuhao's tomb. And then, of course, there's this crazy thing here, which is a jade blade. And here you got the Tao Te mask and the bronze. And here you got the clan's mark. And this is super, super rare to have. And those sold for several €100,000 already. And then you got all these magnificent jades over here, and the tongs, and then here, of course, this is also like the cloud pattern jade here. There's several very old and marvelous blades and fittings, and more blades here, and axes. And then here, some Korean material, nice Korean ceramics. And then here, we have a good overview, actually, of blue and white in Asia. Yeah, because you have here, this is 16th century, this is early Ming, this is Dehua ware. Here we have a nice example of a Wanli lotus vase, good transitional piece here. Here we have a nice Annam Vietnamese, but a good example with nice lotus, not the normal stuff. Then here, of course, Krak ware. And here on the bottom, one of the best examples that I've seen in a long time from Neolithic Majiao culture. And over here it keeps going. This, by the way, is Kinrande, yeah, Kinrande, and Longquan, of course. And here we have Dosai wares and Qingbai wares, and a nice Korean piece. And wow, it keeps going. Like you have an example from almost every kiln there. And I like this one. Tell me, what's this?
The flat back candy.
So it's not a normal candy, it's a flat back, but does it have holes? You can attach it to the wall.
Only known from the Hatcher cargo.
And that's an inkstone, right?
That's right.
That's late Ming.
Yeah.
That's a nice Bianhu.
Absolutely.
And it has the conch in there,
and
which
the rabbit is hiding behind.
Where's the rabbit? Oh, there's a rabbit hiding behind the Buddhist conch.
Yeah.
Wow, is it like the moon rabbit, or is that the story? We don't know, it's just a rabbit. Of course, we have the 100 rib jar, yeah, very famous. And a nice Longquan celadon. This is Sichao, iron red Sichao ware. And here, of course, nice early Ding ware. And Yue Yao here. So, and then, of course, here again, Sichao, and then this is the Korean, what's it called?
Sangam inlet.
Yeah, Sangam inlet, exactly. Like all these beautiful lacquers here. But as you have it in like in every collection, this piece here is like real tourist wear. This is 20th century, and we dated it, of course, like that. And it's a souvenir from the first half of the 20th century, probably. And here you have a 17th century Korean piece with inlaid lacquer. That's the real deal. Yeah, and it's all there. Beautiful Japanese Suzuribaku. And then this is also quite nice because this is a collection of early Qingbai wares. And what's this?
These are the Liao crystals, which are, a couple of these are published, like the geese, like the ruton, like the cups.
And the fittings are all pure gold, right? Mm-hmm. This is not gilt, this is
correct.
Gold.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. And they're all Liao, they're all published.
Yeah.
Not
all of them
most
are published, but all of them are Liao.
Yeah. It's a spectacular piece. This is Silla, so it's Korean Buddha, gilt, and very good condition, although if you turn it around, it's pretty much a different story, but it's on the back, so here you got a lot of very strong corrosion, which pierced the piece, but the front is very good, and the gilding is quite well preserved. There's more corrosion down here, but here it's really well preserved. It's a spectacular piece. Many of the fittings, the belts, the agate rings, more belts here, and then most spectacular here, the Bixie bronze, which is one of the best pieces in the sale. Very typical, actually, in the Han Dynasty. They made the Bixies always with this like super archaic. And then, as we move on, we're still with the Peter-Hart Kienzle collection, with lots of smaller pieces, but smaller in the terms of still interesting pieces. For instance, this here, like, it just looks like a normal Nandi, but it isn't. This is Himachal Pradesh, right? With the silver inlaid eyes. Yeah. So this is 10th century. This is the real thing. And this is no reserve. Yeah. And this is, how is this called? This is a mortar. Like eye-shaped.
Yeah, it's eye-shaped.
Eye-shaped mortars. It's something specific. It's not very old, like late 19th, early 20th century, but it's a nice folkloristic thing and a nice collectible. Yeah? And this whole cabinet is worth studying because there's so much like this. A lot of Kond here and pasta.
Lamps here, which are very old, Persian.
Old, exactly. This is a nice discovery.
Some of these
are
more than
1,000 years old oil lamps. Well done, thank you.
And then here, though, you have it from Borneo, from Indonesia, 19th century. very interesting how through Islamic roots
It went from Persia,
all the way to Indonesia.
which is far away than if you go from Persia to Vienna.
These are all Bactrian.
They never found out what these Bactrian things are, right?
No.
No one knows.
No.
They found thousands of them.
I think the prevalent theory is that they are idols of some sort. But
Used in rituals, ceremonies of all sorts. And what's this? Is a nunchaku or what is it?
this is a flail. So I don't think this was really used as a weapon. It doesn't seem like it has had a lot of contact with other surfaces.
If it has one contact, you will see nothing here. It will only see it on the other side. I don't know. I'll be very careful. Myers there, beautiful. This is again like the armor we talked about, the burial suit. Is this a face mask? Burial. This is all rock crystal, right? It's all
This is right. Do we have the map for it?
Okay, so this is an old map that was drawn to show you how this should be applied. And those are the rock crystals, each individually carved. And this is the main pieces that should cover the face here. And this is to surround the head as it's lying in the grave. Yeah? I think the Incas and Aztecs, they found similar pieces, although it's unclear whether these people ever had a connection. This is the third Buddha Pada here. This is Ratanakusi again. See, those are the footprints of the Buddha. Yeah? And this is unlike the piece from Gandhara and from Cambodia. This is from Thailand. Also very nice here, of course.
Yeah.
Those are 8 ahats. This is a rare set of portraits of the 8 patriarchs of Shingon Buddhism. Shingon Denji Hasso. Yeah, and this is Muromachi, so it's much earlier. This is 15th century. It's a complete set. All 8 are here. Great condition. Yeah. And if we walk over there, we have this. What's this shrine here? This
is a Chinese family altar or shrine.
Yeah, a model.
Yes.
And it's great condition. It's complete.
It's really great.
What is this?
I think this is Gujarat. It's a doorway.
So it's India.
It's India. It's definitely India. The Mughals also had cusped foliate arches like the one we see up here. But we believe this example is from Gujarat, and there's some very close comparables.
And here, this one. This is really big now.
Yeah, this is the Buddha wearing princely jewels.
There's lots of layers of lacquer, you have black lacquer, red lacquer, cinnabar lacquer, gold on top. This is all worn off, green here. So this has been painted many, many times over. And then, of course, the pigments go off with the water. This has some history, lots of age cracks, of course. This is normal, it's weathered and aged, but it still has a very good solid surface. It's a good piece of wooden sculpture. Very nice. So, and now, before we dive into the world of Madhya Pradesh, we go and dive into the world of weights. These are all Jin Dynasty, Song, early Ming Dynasty weights here.
Song Dynasty as well, and we have some are inscribed, others have very nice details. Here, for example, we have an ingot that is carved on top.
So it's to counterweight against silver or gold ingots?
That is generally the idea.
Okay.
But the inscription, I believe, here tells us exactly if it was for salt or if it was for grain.
Yeah, and it also states the approximate weight in a certain way of measure them. We have it's in the catalog.
The measurements vary throughout the centuries. And of course also the measurements don't exactly line up with the actual weight. We weighed every single one.
No, that's not happening. How much does that be? Like 200 kilograms?
Some of these, I think the largest one is 500 kilograms.
Get out of here. This is crazy. Okay, I hope you can enjoy the auctions. It will be very interesting to follow. And if you can get 1 or 2 or maybe more pieces, I wish you the best of luck, or we wish you the best of luck in bidding.